What if I told you that 300 of the world's most mission-driven leaders are currently facing a burnout crisis so severe it's redefining the very definition of integrity? In a massive study involving over 400 global executives and nonprofit heads at Harvard Business School, the results were startling. Leadership is no longer just about strategy. It's about surviving a collision of economic uncertainty, political polarization, and technological upheaval that turns every routine email into a public test of your soul. We've all seen the headlines. CEO steps down. Founder faces backlash. But why is it happening right now? And why does it feel like there is no right answer anymore? Stick around, because we're diving into the 4 hidden patterns of high-pressure leadership that explain why your favorite organizations are struggling, and the 3 specific lessons you can use to stay grounded when the world starts shifting under your feet. Imagine trying to build a house while the ground is literally shifting inches every hour. That is, leading on moving ground. Leaders today aren't just managing one crisis. They are juggling cascading cuts in funding, rapid AI integration, and donor priorities that change as fast as a viral tweet. For many, the landscape evolves faster than their ability to understand it. And here's the kicker. As the ground gets more unstable, the expectations from boards and the public actually rise. This leads us to a mini cliffhanger most leaders face: the impossible trade-off. Have you ever had to choose between staying true to your mission and keeping the lights on? In the Harvard study, leaders described being pressured to pause politically charged projects like race or gender equity just to appease donors. If you speak out, you risk your funding. If you stay silent, you lose your team's trust. This creates a fragile trust environment where employees who joined for the mission feel betrayed when priorities shift. But here is the data point that should worry everyone. Leaders are carrying a heavier emotional burden than ever before. They have to project steadiness while privately drowning in uncertainty. It's a performance of emotional labor that is leading to record-breaking levels of burnout. So, how do the leaders who thrive do it? They follow 3 practical rules. First, aim for clarity, not total transparency. Wait, isn't transparency a good thing? Not always. The research found that sharing incomplete information during a crisis actually increases anxiety. Instead, authentic leaders focus on consistency. They tell their teams, here is what we know, here is what we don't, and here is exactly when you will hear from us again. This emotional fluency acknowledges that people process news differently. Secondly, they learn to hold 2 truths at once. This means being optimistic about the future while being deeply concerned about the risks of today. It means knowing when to hold the line on values and when to find a values-aligned partner to stay afloat. Courage in 2026 is protecting what matters most. Flexibility is finding a new way to get there. Finally, they strengthen collective resilience. Burnout isn't just an individual problem. It's a byproduct of the system. The most successful teams in the study are moving away from traditional strategy offsites and instead holding sessions on stress release and emotional well-being where everyone, including the CEO, participates. Trust rises when leaders humanize themselves by admitting they don't have all the answers. Leadership in this shifting world isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. It's about integrity, courage, and the vision to see through the fog. If you're feeling the pressure today, remember, you don't have to carry the burden alone. Which of these 3 strategies, clarity, 2 truths, or collective resilience, could change your team's culture this week? Thanks for watching, and see you in the next briefing.